Welcome to Smile Saturday. Today we're going to take a trip to Las Vegas. This is part of the Journey to Paris story. So, in 2012, my daughter Ashley, she had moved from Atlanta to the West Coast to work for Google. And it was quite a change for me. We had lived together for a while and then seen each other several times a month, and then now she was on the other side of the United States from me. And I had been to visit her, and she was enjoying taking me on little trips and things. I had retired by then. So she had been to Vegas and had enjoyed it and said, have you ever been to Las Vegas, Mom? I said, no, I've never been, and I'm not a gambler. I mean, I am not a gambler. And not that, I have no luck at it. I don't enjoy it. As I'm putting the money down, I'm like, I could buy something with this. So, and she's not a big gambler, but she enjoyed the game, cards mostly. I don't know. Anyway, long story ahead. So, hope you have a cup of tea or coffee or something or whatever. So, anyway, so Mother's Day in May, she planned a trip for us to Las Vegas. And we were going to stay for several days, see some shows, and then I was going to fly with her back to her house in Santa Clara and visit for another few days, because when I fly that far, I like to get my money's worth. I mean, I usually paid for the flights and she usually took care of everything else. So this was her gift to me, and May is also her birthday month, so it was just kind of a big, thing we planned. So the weekend is coming up, Mother's Day weekend, and a couple days before, I guess it was like a Wednesday night before I was supposed to leave, Friday, I think. It was a long time ago, but anyway. I get a call in the middle of the night, and my mom has been rushed to the emergency room, and she's got congestive heart failure. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so they had to do emergency surgery, and that is when she got her pacemaker. And she flatlined a few times. I mean, it was a really, really touch and go situation. My Aunt Betty and my cousin Gilletta were there with her and taking care of her. So this is 2 days before I'm supposed to go to Las Vegas. So the next day we all convened again and talked and decided that, Ashley had made all these prepaid plans and everything. And Mom was fine. They would stay with her and I would go to Las Vegas, but not go to California. And then from Las Vegas, I would fly to Houston and stay with Mom. And I talked to her every day and I made sure she was okay. And she was in the hospital for several of the days that I was in Vegas. Okay, so I fly to Las Vegas and Ashley meets me in the airport and we have a limo. My daughter loves to surprise me. We went to the Mirage. That's what my t-shirt's, the Mirage Las Vegas. We stayed there. We had this lovely room and in the pool and everything. And it was hot in May, but it wasn't that hot in May, So she had asked me, what I wanted to do for the long weekend. And I said, well, I wanted to go out to eat, of course, see a couple of shows, little shows, because we didn't have the money to spend on some of the big, big ones. And I wanted to make sure that I went to the Paris Hotel and went to and went up their little Eiffel Tower. And she was like, yeah, no problem. So, we saw some amazing things. We saw some shows. So I had said I wanted to go to the Paris Hotel and the Eiffel Tower once during the day and then once at night. And so she said, sure. So we had gone in the daytime and looked around, and I loved it, really loved it. So I was having a great time with my daughter. She can be really a lot of fun. We saw some great shows and stuff. I think I said that already, but anyway, okay. So we come to Mother's Day, which is, a Sunday, and she said, oh, by the way, we have to change hotels on Sunday. And I was like, oh, okay, didn't matter to me. And she kept telling me we were going to some, I don't know, strange little hotel that was just kind of a little podunk hotel. And I was like, okay, I don't care, but that just doesn't seem Ashley's style. So she has the same limo guy pick us up, who was so nice and had shown us around. We used him for any time we needed a limo there. And I'm in the car, and we're just chatting away, and we pull up to wherever we're going, and I'm looking around like, where are we? And Ashley's like, do you know where we are? And I'm like, no, where are we? And finally I realized she had taken me to the Paris Hotel, the Paris Las Vegas Hotel. So we checked in there. Oh, I was so excited. I was so excited. And we got this room with this amazing view. And I kept telling Ashley when we had gone to the Eiffel Tower the first time, I kept saying, this is probably as close as I'll ever get to Paris and the Eiffel Tower. This has been a dream of mine since I was a teenager. I just, I feel this really strong pull to Paris and the Eiffel Tower and France and anything French. I just do. I always have. It just intrigues me, and it's been on my wish list, my bucket list, since I was a teenager to go to Paris. Well, at 62, I guess I was then. I just, I didn't think it was going to happen, I had no money. I was retired. It was a long way away. I just did not think it was going to happen. But Ashley, and she knew this was one of my wish lists, and so I was thrilled with the Paris, Las Vegas. Totally thrilled. So that Mother's Day, we were going up that night to look at to the Paris, to the Eiffel Tower, and we were going up. It was Mother's Day, so we had a special pass. I knew that much. I am very naive. I am easy to surprise because I don't pick up on things. So we go to this special little line where there's nobody else in the line to go up to the in the elevator, and there's a long line over there. And I said, oh, you were so smart to get these super passes and stuff. And she had told me some story about how they were going to give us these passes and blah blah blah. So we get up, and the elevator's doors open, and to the right is the front where the Bellagio is. I just immediately go that way because that's the great view, one of the great views. So I went over there, and happened to be that just as we got there, the fountains went off, and they were playing Viva Las Vegas, and I could hear it. I don't know, it traveled in the night. It was just beautiful and gorgeous. So after a little bit there, Ashley kind of walks me around to the other side where we can see the Vegas Strip, kind of to the back corner of this, this Eiffel Tower, walk around. So we're back there in the corner, and I'm looking out through the, grates or whatever, and I'm taking some pictures, and I'm just like so happy, and I'm saying, thank you so much. I just, this is just beautiful. So she puts her arm around me, and she says, well, Mom, you'll have to tell me how it compares to the real thing. And she hands me this envelope. And on the envelope it says, plan your dream trip. So it took a little bit for it to dawn on me that she was giving me a trip to Paris. I started shaking like a leaf. Like, what? What? I have never been so surprised. And she's so happy, and she says, yeah, and she's saying all these sweet things about what a good mom I've been and how I've been by her side through a lot of really difficult things, and this is just something she wanted to give me. And she's giving me a trip to Paris. Details to be figured out. And I'm just like, and I'm hugging her and kissing it. I'm like, yoo-hoo, and she goes, well, let's have a glass of champagne. And we turn around, and there's this girl standing there with this bottle of French champagne and champagne glasses, and we have champagne. So come to find out, this is the corner that you can rent, you can reserve and pay money for, and it's where a lot of people do proposals and stuff. So you kind of have this special corner, and they have people, they keep them away. I mean, they can walk by, but they can't all congregate there. It's a special, you pay to have this little corner of the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas. So we drank our champagne, and we just had the most awesome time. All the pictures I have are, I'm looking at my computer, or on my computer, but I wanted to show you, this is the picture. Let's see if I can show you, if you can see. There we are. Someone took our picture. We were so thrilled. I was just flat out amazed. I mean, I just could not stop, smiling and shaking, and it was the biggest surprise of my life. And she was thrilled that I had not picked up on any of it. We were also staying an extra day in Las Vegas, and I did know that because I had to change my flight to Houston from going to her house to go to Houston. So I had already known we were going to stay an extra day. But anyway, so that is how I was. Oh, and here's a picture of me in the daylight at the Paris Eiffel Tower. So, wow is all I can say. It was so generous and so kind of her. So, I left there. I did talk to Sarah. I have to tell you this because this is funny. I called Sarah the next day, and I said, guess what? Guess what Ashley gave me for Mother's Day? And she said, what? And I said, a trip to Paris. What? I said, yep, a trip to Paris. And I hear her yell out, Blake, we need to have a second baby. Ashley's just moved up to the number one daughter. And I laughed. It was funny. But she was thrilled for it. I mean, Ashley had told no one because she didn't want to take any chance that I would have any idea. And I did not. So I am so glad we didn't have to cancel that trip. I did go, and I did spend several weeks with my mom and got her all better, and then came home. And then I started planning a trip to Paris. And because of a lot of things going on, I ended up planning this trip for like a year. Between my mom's health and some other, trying to figure out the travel. Now, Ashley was not going to go with me. She had no desire to go to Paris. This was my trip, my dream. If I wanted to go with someone, or, whatever I wanted to do, go on a tour group, so whatever I wanted to do. And so over the next several months and time, we talked about it, and I will share that with you. So that, my friends, is Las Vegas, the beginning of the trip to Paris. So I hope you all enjoyed my little story, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.